Hi guys, I'm back. I wanted to post this video earlier, but my phone's been really weird with storage and stuff, so yeah. Also, because of that, I'm gonna have to do this video in two parts because it is a longer video, and my phone has decided I don't have enough storage to do that. So I will be reviewing, excuse me, I'll be reviewing A Quiet Place Part 2, and this is part 1 of that. Sorry if this gets confusing. I will try to get the second part up as soon as possible, maybe even today, we'll see. But yeah, I know this movie is fairly new, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks old, so if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you go watch that before you come and do this, because I can't physically do a review without filling it with spoilers. I love it so much. So, and if you haven't seen either of them and you are willing to watch horror movies, go watch them, because they are like at the top of my list for horror movies that I have watched. They are so good. That being said, if you haven't seen it, get out of here. If you haven't seen it and you're coming here later, don't look in the comments, because I'm sure there will be spoilers at some point. It will be full of spoilers. So yeah, if you have not watched that, the second movie, get out of here, go watch it, then come back and nerd out with us. Yeah, let's get into it. So, John Krasinski can direct a movie. Oh my gosh, both of these movies are so amazing, and I love them so much. From the aesthetic of the movie to the acting to the story, it's just all so great. I love it. So that being said, I'm going to start out with a little bit of a shout out to the actors of this movie. Oh my freaking gosh. First of all, Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are just amazing. They're always amazing, and I love them. Then the freaking child actors are insane. Finding good child actors is a hard job as it is, but finding child actors who can take on these kinds of roles and do it this well, I am floored and absolutely amazed by these child actors. They are so great, and they do it so well. I keep reminding myself that they're actors. They are like reacting to these monsters that in the studio they can't even see, and they do it so well, and they pull it off, and it's so great. I can't. They are so good. Oh my gosh. And then the other guy, the family friend, I can't remember the actor's name. It kind of angers me, but he's in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. He played Scarecrow in Batman Begins. He was Fisher in Inception. He was probably in other ones, but I don't remember who exactly he was right now. So it's like he was in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. That's where I've seen him the most. And yeah, he's a great actor as well. The moment I saw him in the beginning sequence of the movie, I knew he was going to come back as a bigger part. It's like you don't get him to be this side character at the beginning. So it's like, ooh, that guy, he's coming back. But yes, he did an amazing job. It was so good. He was, as always, amazing. So yeah, the acting was incredible. It was so good. Oh, they also had the guy who is I don't remember the guy's name. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think he shows up as a past version of himself in Captain Marvel, but I don't remember the character's name either. But I know that he's he's one of Ronan's soldiers in Guardians of the Galaxy, the one with that I think it's Drax rips the robotics out of his head and kills him. I think. If you guys know his name, tell me. I might look it up and comment and put it in the comments later. But that guy, he was in it as well. But yeah, that was interesting. It had like more of a cast than just the family this time, and they all did great. The next part we're going to talk about is the aesthetic of the movie. That was something that me and my brother were a little afraid that they would mess up, just because the first movie had so much anticipation and fear and just the silence of the movie, this whole aesthetic that it had created, and we were a little afraid that, oh, they know how to kill it now. It's gonna totally throw that aesthetic out the window, and it's like, oh, we're gonna be talking because we know how to kill it, so it doesn't matter anymore. But no, they handled the situation so well. There was more dialogue, obviously, but it was in situations where it made sense, and it totally it worked out so well. It was so good. They kept that aesthetic, and that atmosphere of terror of, I mean, these creatures and of the unknown, and they realized that yes, they know how to kill them, but it was not the greatest solution, because in order to kill them, you made noise, which brought more to you, and you cannot take a whole lot of them on at once with their method of killing them. So that, and then honestly, the fact that they kind of brought in the idea that they've been in this habit of complete silence, not talking for over a year, which you get to a point where that is not an easy habit to break. And they brought in like the fear of, they had this fear of talking, which was amazing. That I love the entire aesthetic of this movie. It's different than a lot of other horror movies where it's just like, oh, let's have this possessed thing or this possessed person. It's like, oh, it's scary. No, this is a very different horror movie, and I love it. I am probably running out of storage, so we're going to do a quick chat about the concept of humanity going insane quick. We'll quick do that, and then I will probably sign off here. So they brought in the idea that humanity has basically become hopeless at this point, and so a lot of them are just completely losing it and going insane, which is a very interesting topic that they didn't explore a whole lot, but I wasn't super disappointed with that, because that is not the goal of the movie. It is not the focal point of the movie. Humanity going insane was not. That's what the movie is about. So they brought it in. It was a very interesting concept to me, but I'm not disappointed that they didn't explore it, because again, not the focal point of the movie. But I love that they brought it in a little bit in when they, I think the daughter's name is Regan, and I did not remember the family friend's guy name. But when those two were on the dock and they get ambushed by these people, freaking child, and they're getting stripped of their resources, and then we're gonna straight up sacrifice them to these beasts, and it's a very cool scene, and it's that whole thing was very intriguing. I'm not disappointed at all that they didn't explore it, but it was just a very interesting idea. Anyway, I'm probably gonna run out of storage here really quick, so I'm gonna sign off for this time, and I will try to get that second part up as soon as possible. So feel free to put some rants or something down in the comments for what I've talked about so far. If you have any suggestions for what I should talk about in the next one, I'm all for that. Or if I missed anything really important, feel free to let me know and nerd out. And so drop your comments. Let me know what you thought of the video, my opinions, if I missed anything, just anything thoughts that you feel the need to share. I'll get that second part out as soon as possible, but until then, I'll see y'all later.